Or the black one, go way
Shit
back.
on thin air.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I envisioned part of this podcast being.
I'm actually okay with that because he's kind of a pile of shit.
And we can start Facebook stalking too.
He's like trying to buy it off like a German page or
Off
something.
of a .net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
.co.
exactly.
Some other country.
.co, .uk, .net,
They
.ru.
only have 4th gen parts.
Damn it.
All right, time.
We are looking at 19 minutes. We'll round that up to 18. That's round down. I thought today's number next 20. 20 is the next number above 19.
Attaboy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 157 of the CAMcast. Woohoo! Yes. Woohoo indeed.
I'm the only one excited about that, apparently.
It's all right. Zack's dealing with
Did you say 157?
157.
Oh my
157.
goodness.
Yup.
Woohoo.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Very excited to be here.
As you should be. We will introduce you guys in a moment. But first, I am Mike, Deer Leader, Doc Taste, herder of cats. Man who's really hoping his animal handling proficiency is up tonight.
Because there are doggos.
Yes, there are. There are a pair. They are wandering behind the curtains into the magical back room of mystery and or sadness, depending on how you want to look at it. But whatever.
It's only sadness for Zack.
Definitely mystery.
Yeah,
I don't know how I got it down there.
it's all right. Don't worry about it. Just don't look straight at it.
It's
Anyway,
definitely going to help me with my golf swing.
he needs help with his golf game. He is. We like to call him Scoots around here, but he's a professor.
It's Professor Scoots to you.
Damn right. How you doing, Dave?
I'm fine.
Good.
You get an A+ for shenanigans.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
That's nice.
All right. He didn't say he was excited, but you know what? He's excited.
Yay!
He's always excited to be down here.
Because he's our new excitable child.
Yes, he is. He's large and awkward, and oh god, he has access to a button. He is Zack Lords. Yep, he made a soundboard. We will have that incorporated
At another time.
next week, probably, God willing.
Present.
Attaboy. But we are joined by two illustrious guests. One whom I've known for far too long.
The dogs brought their pets along.
Exactly. And then the other, recent acquaintance, but good dude. It is Casey Barrett and Mason Moore. How you guys doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Thanks for joining us. Feel free to talk into the mic, Casey.
I'm just waiting my turn. It's all new.
There you go.
Hearing my voice in my ears.
Just
Yeah,
shove
it's all
it in,
good,
man.
It's weird. Just
When I was asked to be on a radio show, I didn't realize I would be in a bleak office with one lone black leather love seat.
hey, man. It's not just
Was there a tripod with a camera?
It's theater of the mind, man.
hey, man.
Theater of the
One,
mind.
not radio. Two, sectional. Not a love seat. Sectional. All right.
Hey, man, a love seat's what you make it.
Damn right. Any seat's a love seat if you try hard enough.
You're right.
There you go.
Oh, anyway.
So that means we need to find more duct tape.
I mean, I'm running out of gaffer tape, so
Got it. Some
that
behind-
black couch is going to become silver real quick.
Okay.
For easy cleanup.
Wow.
Damn. Well, we've
That is a terrible mental image.
that is
I don't know
horrifying.
what you're seeing. I'm seeing me spilling a drink on there because I'm a messy-ass motherfucker.
That is.
Me wiping it up.
I mean, I remember the time you spilled chocolate milk on my sectional. You jackass. Stained
Wow.
my microfiber, man.
I did.
Wow.
So
Guys.
you have to give me chocolate milk, dude.
White sectional, chocolate milk.
Oh, no.
It wasn't a white sectional, thank God.
About 6 shades of brown.
7 now that there's chocolate milk on it.
It's a chocolate milk cow sectional.
There we go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Very exotic.
I like it.
Found in the most Californian of pastures.
There we go. It's that sun, man. It's that sun.
They're the
Really-
happiest.
Damn right. Anyway, if you are liking what you're hearing and, have just found your way here by happenstance, 1, welcome. 2, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, pretty much wherever you find your podcast. Just search Cam Automag or CAMcast.
We are everywhere.
Rusty has gotten himself up on the couch. That is adorable.
Oh, what a proud doggo.
Somebody take the chocolate milk away from him.
And also, if you like what you're hearing, that includes, the pitter-patter of paws around the basement, you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/CamAutomag. Anywhere from $1 up to, what did Trent find out that the limit-
$15,000.
$15,000 a month.
Yeah.
So, You know.
Say if you would like to support us at the $15,000 a month subscription level, let us know.
Yeah, we'll figure out what to do for you.
I mean, and there is still the under the table $610,000 a month subscription level where we pretty much just hand you the keys to this thing and we just walk away.
We box everything up for you, just let you have it.
Here's the package.
Yep.
Here's the keys to the basement.
I'll
We're
even
done.
gift wrap it.
There we go.
He has some mad gift wrapping skills.
It's true.
Yep. But anyway, yeah, shout out to everybody for helping us out on the old Patreon there.
Indeed.
Yup.
We've got people from out of state supporting us.
Thank God, and somebody calling themselves Incogcheeto.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
The guy that subscribed at the $5 level and then
for all of 10 minutes.
dumped
and then
it back
dropped
down to the dollar.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw you.
I know what you're doing.
I honestly, I feel like he got a pretty good deal out of it, though, because we
Yes,
we
he
keep
did.
mentioning him.
I mean, it's just hilarious to me. That's really what it is.
Incogcheeto is a pretty hilarious nickname.
It
so
is. It really is.
I want to know what flavor of Cheeto. Are they like the Flamin' Hots? Are we talking like extra cheddar? Are
Well,
we
I think it's
talking just-
incognito, so you can have whatever you imagine.
Have to be a little bit of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a mystery.
It's
like
behind
the
the
mystery
curtain.
airheads.
It's a grab bag,
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Cheetos.
There you
Oh,
go.
buddy, that's great.
but it's all Cheeto dust. You don't even
Oh.
get a Cheeto. It's all Cheeto.
There we go.
Oh.
All of the Cheeto dusts that were ever created. Your jalapeno Cheetos, your lime hot Cheetos.
Oh, can't sleep on the
your
lime hot.
Your Cheeto Puffs,
Oh,
which is a totally different cheese than your standard Cheeto. I mean,
are
There's a
are
couple
you
more.
are you a connoisseur of Cheeto?
maybe I may even like to invest in podcasts on Patreon too. Who
Oh,
knows?
there you go.
Oh
It
shit!
could be Incogcheeto.
Oh,
Damn, we don't know.
that would be the greatest reveal of all.
You may not
My
know.
favorite Cheetos.
Man,
That is great.
let's see. So, I forgot to ask Evil Trent for an update on our GT Sport Challenge. But, so if you recall, the challenge was any Group 3 car, which essentially is a GT3 car,
right.
asterisk, because they have the C7R in there, which doesn't have a GT3 variant, or at least not really, unless you count the Callaway ones that keep disappearing.
Isn't that GTLM, that car?
Yeah, like it doesn't count, but according to Gran Turismo, they just lumped it in with the rest of the GT3
just
car.
slide this over here.
Just like, yeah, it counts, sort of. You know.
I mean, I'd use it.
I mean, I'm not sure what everybody else was using, but again, I did not fire up my PlayStation for this. I have yet to take part in any of these challenges, but it seemed like everybody was having a rough go at Monza with the chicane. I think it was the chicane that was doing everybody in. So,
Kids don't know how to navigate a chicane anymore.
yeah, you know.
They just want to go flat out.
Just got to drive by feel.
Damn right.
Stick your hand out the window.
Although I think
Just take the wheel.
Joey spun out at on the last turn. I think the parabolica is what it is. Just that
Oh,
one.
no.
You know, it's just a flat, like 180-degree turn. So he just wasn't having it. But don't worry, we'll get that going.
Right on.
We'll get you updated.
I am thinking about, this is all hypothetical here, but I think I might look into the Assetto Corsa challenge.
Okay.
Send one of those up.
That was loud, sorry.
Because I keep talking about being the superior PC master race here.
On board, that's something.
Well, it's on a Mac, but, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay.
I've got a wheel and 3 monitors and a Assetto Corsa, and I'm ready.
Dude,
There we go.
Did I talk to my friend about the Vibe, dude? Bring it on over to
Bring
your
it over.
Dude,
Bring it over.
Have a good night with that.
It's going to be fun.
VR Assetto Corsa.
Yeah.
Nice.
I hear it's great.
Nice.
That's what every racing sim needs is virtual reality.
It's a little too much for myself.
Is it?
Yeah.
Has he
I've
get some motion
experienced it.
sickness
I'm
or
just
something
gonna-
with it? Or
And a barf bag. Don't forget the barf bag.
It might have been we were having difficulty setting up like the sensor to the goggles.
Oh, that's
that-
no fun.
I think the angle might have been affecting what I was experiencing.
that does, yeah. I mean, when I was at, what was it, SEMA last year, actually.
Yeah.
There was I don't remember what booth that was. They had a whole bunch of like VR sim racing setups, and there were like rallycross events going on, and you sat down for like a 5-lap rallycross event with like 4 other people, and they had you getting in all the VR, and they said, yeah, you got to look straight ahead and then push a button, otherwise it doesn't calibrate correctly, and they're like, yeah, you'll get sick and throw up, and I don't want to clean it up, so just make sure you do it right. So I have a feeling people were not heeding those instructions, and that you reminded me of that. That's probably a setup thing. But
I had one time I was in a game, and the thing, the sensor, fell over mid-game.
goodness.
oh god,
And it was just like, like, because I was actually immersed. Like, I was fully. It was the Beat Saber game, so I'm fully in it. And I'm like
you're just going nuts, and then
and
suddenly
like the
you're
world
like
just changes in front of me. My hands aren't where they're supposed to be. The game's still there, but I can't interact with the world. It's like losing your limbs. It was so weird. Yeah.
I hear it really messes with you.
We have an
But
update on Trent, the shadowy billionaire. He flips properties, so he's got some rental properties too.
Lucky.
He is currently painting the rental properties, but the picture he sends really more indicates that he is just kind of having himself a grand little
Sniffing
time.
the brush.
Just. Yep. So Trent.
That's right, Trent. You inhale that paint.
Yep. Trent's just off huffing paint.
It's
Do that
just
for us.
it's got to be water based. It's not like he's going to get all tossed on that.
But it's Trent.
I mean, yeah, Dr. Pepper's stiff for him.
Anyway. Well, speaking of Trent, so we have made updates to the shop, to CAMautoswag.com. We cleared a bunch of shit out.
Yes.
You had your chance if you wanted stuff, but you know what? You didn't get anything,
So here's the deal. Now we're going to keep this real lean, and we're going to start doing like shirt of the month type stuff.
yeah, and it's not just going to be a special colorway. It's going to be stuff, like Pinto Goes Boom, Cult of Fiero, the 7's Date Bus Pass.
Yep.
Because if you own a Rotary, you should also have a bus pass because you need to get around.
I've owned 13 RX-7s. I cannot tell you how true it is that you need a bus pass if you own a Rotary car.
Listen, man, I understand. But
You kind of had Mark III Supra thing going on for a minute.
Yes, I did.
You were used to walking and longboarding everywhere.
It was not longboarding. I had the Cruiser, so
That's true. That's true. So, what do we still have in the store? Tell everybody.
Let's pull it up because
Oh,
I don't want
perfect.
to. I don't want to be the jerk who's just like, oh, we got this, and this, and we don't have it. So.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. CAMautoswag.com/Netscape for Pizza Dad.
Yep. So we've got an old picture from World Challenge a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
No, we just got the logo tees. We got hats. We got phone cases.
Still got the phone cases. Awesome. I am still rocking my iPhone X phone case.
Yeah.
It is the logo is finally starting to wear off, but Zach can attest. I drop this phone several times a day.
Yeah. Like,
Do you know who needs
It's
one?
still holding.
Asian Mike needs it of Cam
He
Automag.
absolutely
yeah,
does.
we got the tote
You
bag
could
is still in
get
there.
the bag. You could still get the knit cap beanie with
Is there
and without
color
the pom
options
pom.
on that sweater?
On the hoodie?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back and check it out for you.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just got the straight black one,
Do these still come in thick with 4Cs?
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
charcoal
the sizes
black,
don't change.
gray.
Ooh, the heather gray is
Yeah.
real
Another
swag.
gray sweater, right? From
Dude.
the collection.
Yeah.
And it's only $40.
$39.
Yep. So just got to keep that in the back pocket there,
And there you go.
Yep. So, but yeah, the hoodies only go up to thick with 2 C's, but a lot of our other stuff.
I believe the T-shirt's the one that go up to 4X.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
yep.
That's
So
what I need for my-
our
We are accommodating. We are nothing if not accommodating.
exactly.
But yeah, that's over at CAMautoswag.com.
Yeah, go ahead and get it while it's hot. The I'd like to change my answer. Chevette T-shirt is probably not going to last very long either.
Nope, that one might not be long for this world. So I'd go ahead and if you really want a shirt with a Chevette on it,
Get it now before we start pumping out other ones.
yep.
Because I believe next is going to be Pinto Goes Boom.
damn right.
And then after that, we're going to have Cult of Fiero.
Yep.
And I'm sure there's going to be something else popping out.
Well,
of
I
the
mean,
woodwork.
Cult of Fiero is tentatively scheduled. Glenn keeps saying he's almost done with the design, but he has yet to send me anything.
Okay, Glenn.
What?
I'm going to light a fire under your ass.
All I keep seeing are D&D memes, which I love them, but
I never want you to stop.
yeah.
What's the stance on wearing a shirt with your own face on it? Is that
You go wild.
okay? Cool.
Yeah.
Pinto Bogoom. It's just
Do it.
that's just me. All of my shirts. I buy like 6 of them. One for every day of the week.
Do it. I think the only person to actually buy a Mount Canmore T-shirt was Chaz.
Yep. Shout out to Chaz.
And his wife did not approve, and yet he did it anyway.
No,
Which makes me so happy.
she was not a fan, but you know what? We are fans.
We're fans of our fans.
Damn right.
Especially our fans that have T-shirts with our faces on it.
Is the Camor one
Mount
Mount
Canmore
Sounds
was
like?
Mount Rushmore,
Uh-huh.
but with
all
the 4 of us.
Yep,
Yeah.
okay.
It is me, Trent, Dave, and Gavin.
Yeah.
no longer produced?
No,
No
it's-
longer produced.
No, it's still up there.
Oh,
but
is
it's,
it?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it? I'm
still in
sorry.
there. It's still in there, and so is the Pinto. But
Perfect.
not
But only
Chevette,
for a
Chevette.
moment.
Oh, the Chevette.
Chevette,
yeah.
yeah.
Ah, got it.
I'm sorry, I'm getting my just terrible mid-'70s
Yes.
compact American cars mixed up.
Shame on you.
Anyway, hey, speaking of things that are, old, the Nissan Frontier,
Very old.
a thing that hasn't received an update in quite a while.
Right. I mean, I think they're the same. They've been the same since, 2005?
It's really, it has not changed much except for maybe some sheet metal.
Is that the same photo from the press release? Because it looks like it.
I mean, it may very well be.
Listen, if it ain't broke, don't change it. But don't worry. A Nissan Senior VP of Global Design has said a new Frontier is, quote, almost finished, end quote.
Okay. I mean, it's not like it takes very long to even just facelift a Nissan. Let's be real.
But you would think a car called the Frontier would always be evolving, would be
Right
It would
at
be
the
on the
front.
forefront.
Right there.
of a new tier, maybe on the front of the tier.
You'd think that, but
Where would you get those?
well, so I mean, even though this dude has said it's nearly done, we don't know a damn thing about it. That's
I mean,
all it is just hey, this new thing is almost here. Cool. Do we know anything about it? No more questions.
so, I mean, what's crazy, though,
I'm sorry, is this thing on?
I mean, even maybe there's something to be said about, leaving something alone for so long, because they're selling a pretty large amount.
Yeah, they sold almost 80,000 last year.
Jeez.
That's more than they did in 2017.
Which, I mean, to be fair, that's...
That doesn't sound like a big number.
No.
They increased their sales by 5,000 from 2017, and that's 30,000 more than the new Titan. Their proudest
Yeah.
And,
truck production.
That is the correct facial expression there, Casey.
and it
Just
does have a tough market, though, because it's competing against a Tacoma.
Yep.
And
Which they sold 245,000 of
compared
last
to
year.
Compared to the 80 that the Frontier sold.
Yep. So,
Right, exactly. And then the Chevy Colorado sold 135,000 last year.
That's a
and
cool
the
win.
Colorado's a dope-ass truck.
Which,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the reboot
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
is awesome. I've
Yeah.
been considering one.
Especially
Yeah.
the ZR2 with the Duramax.
Oh,
Get me on that boat.
Pretty rad.
It's like
Yeah.
a complete package.
Yeah.
I'm still desperately bugging Chris Stone to drive his.
And when the Ranger comes out.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be awesome.
So,
Well, I believe it's already been released, the new Ranger.
Well, it exists everywhere else in the
Yeah.
world, but
It's existed everywhere else in the world since, I believe, 2011.
Yeah,
But
2011, but I believe...
but don't worry, they had it on a plinth at Detroit, so
Okay. 'Cause I thought it was-
will be arriving.
So anybody
Perfect.
that's not from North America that was at the Detroit Auto Show is like, why is there a 9-year-old fucking utility truck here?
What is this thing? What?
The water company still uses these. What? This is old news.
Well, so
Why are you excited about this?
I was under the impression it was released in Q1, which I guess Q1 is still 3 months.
Yeah, no,
more.
it's gonna
Right,
be
right.
Yeah, no.
But
it'll-
anywho, so they're
no, I don't
saying...
I don't want to save money on a new Frontier. Yes, you do. Stop it, Autoblog.
Thank you, Autoblog. Moving on. Yeah,
moving-
I got the same damn pop-up. Jesus Christ.
Well,
they're listening.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Something with a little bit better news.
yeah.
So, Ford, specifically Ford Performance, their ST line of stuff and how they don't make anything with an ST badge anymore.
The new thing?
Well,
The
so-
new thing now with the ST badge is a new Explorer.
Yes, a
I've
rear
seen
wheel.
that.
And it is supposed to kick ass because it is not front-wheel drive based like the current gen.
It is a rear wheel drive based SUV, baby.
It's rear-wheel drive?
Yeah,
This one is rear-wheel drive based. So you're getting a 2.3 Turbo 4, which is currently in the Mustang and the new Ranger and the current Explorer, but, it faces the correct direction in this new one.
I'm super excited to see.
Longitudinally.
Yes.
I'm super excited
That's
to
a
see.
$10 word.
Wow.
Super excited to see performance parts for this engine because that's now 3 cars in their lineup out of 7 cars they produce right now.
I
The
believe
same
so.
engine.
Yep.
So
So,
And here's the thing is, I imagine with minor changes, a lot of the currently available Mustang parts will bolt onto
Yeah.
this.
oh, but don't
I
worry,
was going to say, do I smell engine swaps?
And Mustang software, too.
yeah.
but don't worry, it gets better.
Mini SUV drift cars?
Get yourself a premium trim version. You get a twin turbo 3-liter V6, baby.
out of the
That is the Lincoln
Raptor?
Aviator.
Oh, okay.
It currently has a similar V6, but that V6 makes 35 horsepower, 20 pound-feet less, or 20 foot more.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
So a Ford Explorer hybrid and an ST model are coming.
Yep.
So they're all going to have the 10-speed auto, which is pretty standard.
Here we go. I'm going to pull up the info on the ST.
There
Dear
it
sweet
is.
Jesus.
Yeah, the new ST is going to have 400 horsepower.
At a top speed of 143 miles per hour and even a track pack option.
I mean, here's the thing. They have to compete with a Durango GT, and they have to compete with an SRT8. Well, I guess maybe not an SRT8, but they have to compete with a Grand Cherokee.
Or Range Rover Sports.
Range Rover Sport.
I've kind of overheard
Or the Jaguar F-Pace type thing weird.
Mm-hmm.
the driver's experience. You know how each car comes with the ST school experience?
That's
right.
Oh my god, that's going to be a hilarious
So
sight
many
to see.
hot
I'm
Draper moms
surprised
showing up at that.
Oh, South Valley
I'll be
moms,
there.
what up?
Oof.
So
Hearing these specs, I've kind of overheard what's in store for the little, experience.
Yeah.
It's nothing as sporty as what it sounds like this thing deserves.
Man.
Interesting.
So Casey's just going to be their armchair quarterback, and Mason's going to be there putting out the vibe for all the moms.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Attaboy.
hey, here's the thing. If it at least comes with a parking class, I'll be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Learn how to park your Explorer ST.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it come with some type of self-parking technology?
It probably doesn't. Damn it. That's okay.
It's the only thing
Probably an
hot
option.
Draper moms
Yeah.
need.
Man, no, this is... Okay.
So, I mean, basically, the long and the short of it is we're getting basically a Ford Performance badged Lincoln Aviator
Yup.
with a bunch of force induction power plants, and we'll see where the aftermarket takes it.
And apparently it's going to start under $60,000.
And it can tow a boat.
I mean, at least
Fast.
that's what they want to tell you about it.
It's a 12-footer.
That's a single axle, though.
12-footer.
Be careful.
Oh, that's like a
Basically a
16-foot
dinghy.
Bayliner.
Don't worry.
That's like a 2,500-pound boat.
You can still
Boat
stun
and
on
trailer combo.
You can still stun on people with
the
that.
trailer doesn't match the boat in that ad.
And no, it doesn't. That boat looks like it was shrinked for the trailer. That trailer's like a Home Depot trailer, and they put a
That's
ski boat
great.
behind it.
It's really just a big jet ski with a windshield.
Yeah.
Ski-Doo.
It's a kid's drawing of a boat.
God, that's great. So yeah, I mean, we'll look forward to seeing a little bit more. I know the internet kind of poked and prodded and laughed a little bit at the vertical touchscreen display that's very Tesla-like. That's in the center console of it now.
Yeah.
Well, also Volvo has the same thing too. We can't say it's a Tesla thing now.
No, yeah, like
that is fair.
Yeah, no,
That is fair.
Like you can't win if you have like a big like touch screen interface in the middle of like if it's integrated into your dash, you're ripping off
iPad and
Tesla.
the dash cells.
Or if you have it like in Mercedes, like their little infotainment screen, it looks like it's just placed on top of the dash, and that's because they don't. If that thing goes out, they don't want to rip apart your dash. They're already gouging you coming and going. So
I can't wait to
Yeah,
hear.
Navi replacement is part of your C service plan at the Mercedes dealership. Oil change, spark
Totally
plugs,
has to be.
yep.
navigation.
They're like, yeah, this doesn't have actually any updatable software, so we're just going to yank the module out and put a new one in your
We're
dash.
just gonna give you an iPad Pro. Here you go. Have fun.
I can't wait to hear all the car reviews going, why aren't there any more physical buttons? I want physical buttons. I can't wait to hear that.
I know, right? That's where we're going.
Yeah.
Well, same thing as a manual transmission too,
Oh,
right?
man.
Like,
Yep.
oh man, they used to make cars with 6 speeds all the time. That was so sweet.
We're going to touch on
These-
something
these-
with that.
They
in
used
a
to
minute.
have buttons in cars.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Oh, I can't wait. Like, I got
You
kids.
remember when you actually had to pull a lever
I
from
was going to
park
say
to
pull the,
drive?
or I was going to say pull the choke.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Back in my day, I had to hit the starter on the floor. You know?
I remember you got to lock those hubs for 4-wheel drive.
Or when the
Oh.
bright switch was on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's that one.
Uphill both ways in the snow, 5
Right.
miles.
Shoes of glass made of shards.
Yep.
Shoes made of shards of glass. We call them shardies. Anyway, moving on. So,
Oh, right here.
So the founder of
Oh, cool.
WhatsApp,
yeah, you know
there he is.
that fun little messaging app that you have,
yeah,
where you may or may not just be talking shit with your friends.
it's true.
But whatever. Yeah, the dude who founded it, he unfortunately has too many Porsches, so he's putting some up for
Unfortunately?
sale.
I mean,
Saw
he's
that.
he's made a lot of money off of
Yep.
you idiots. I'm
So-
just throwing that out there. He's got a lot of them. He's selling 10,
Yup.
which tells me, I mean, if he's like,
Yeah.
oh man, I got to sell a few. I'm just going to sell 10. Like,
So-
how many do you have?
And
All canary yellow?
well, no, not all Canary Yellow. He's got 3 Carrera RSs that are up for sale. So, you know,
wait,
964 and 993 variations. So, I mean, yeah, he's got one of He's got a 93 964 Carrera RS 3.8 that is one of 55 built and one of 12 in speed yellow.
Oh, buddy.
Yep. Let's see. There's a 92 RS, which is one of only 1,910 of the lightweights. Yeah. And then, let's see, he's got a 993 RS 3.8. That was the last of the air-cooled and all that stuff. So, and then he's got a bunch of, more pedestrian versions. He's got an 08 997 GT3 RS 3.6. One of 53.
Not tactical.
Oh, goodness.
Your civilian Porsche.
Yeah,
Just whatever.
Listen, just
Non-racer Porsche.
How many buttons are in that thing, huh?
just your run-of-the-mill bullshit,
This is totally the episode for Cole. This is his heritage right here.
Cole, you could have been here.
This is kind of the stuff he
You have
digs.
Man.
all of the specs.
Man, there's an RS 4-liter. You've played around with one of those, Cole. And then,
man, so now we get really, really crazy here. Right here, we've got a 2015 918 Spider Visoc
Oh.
with 20 miles.
yeah, the car where it's like I could buy a home, or I could.
Well, I
get
mean, to
this.
be
Or I could take care
fair,
of
you
this
could
car.
buy a home or a GT3 RS.
No. I mean, like, I don't mean like a home. I mean like a home.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, no. A lot of the stuff that is attached to the table, if you wiggle it, it'll make noise.
It sounded like a whale.
Yep.
I thought your dog was barking. I was like, what the fuck?
Nope. Casey's just exploring things.
Congratulations, your truck is a whale home now. You just grew a fourth ball.
Man, he's got a
Goodness.
special order signal yellow Cayman GT4.
Oh, yes, please.
Dave.
And then he's got a 2016 911R that still has all of like the delivery packaging.
Good Lord.
Yep.
Radio delete.
That's like
lightweight
your
seats,
Saturday
and
drunk
front wheel.
purchase.
Yeah, well, like you
Like,
can
holy
even
shit, I can't. I did
you
buy
can
this,
even,
didn't I?
Here's the picture that I think Gooding and Company took. Like you could still see
It's
the wrap
at
on the steer.
track, for hell's sake.
Yep.
They probably drove it out of the box trailer
Yep.
onto that pit road.
But they
took
rolled
a picture.
it.
Yeah.
Rolled it in off because
You're right.
Yeah.
I bet they rolled it.
with white gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of the White Collection. Did you guys see that recently?
Oh, that video is crazy.
Yeah.
You guys didn't see that? Oh, that was insane.
The Porsche Collection, just
Yeah.
all crazy,
It's
rare stuff.
60 or 70
all
cars?
all white cars in this huge warehouse.
What was the-
Yeah, like 70 cars or something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
there was two 959s in there. There was a couple 918s. I think there was
Jesus.
3 Carrera GTs. It was crazy.
Bunch of Porsche memorabilia just cataloged.
Good God.
Just
And
was
it's
that
painstakingly.
959 that was white exterior and all red everything else interior?
Yeah, and like
as was the style at the time.
what
to
a white,
die
white
for.
exterior and what was that post?
Porn star red interior.
Or I was going to say the Persian whorehouse red.
Oh God, yeah,
Yes.
that's another good one.
But like
Well-
I think too, it's just one guy maintains the collection, and like he lives there for like 3 weeks, and they fly another guy in. Yeah,
Okay,
It's worth watching.
That's
It's
pretty
a
intense.
pretty long video.
yeah. I was like, I'll watch the first 5 minutes because it has a cool Porsche on it, and then I watched the whole thing.
damn.
Awesome.
So before we move on to the next story, I will leave with this. Our beloved founder here. This is a quote. He says, "If I had unlimited time and unlimited garage space, I would never sell any of them. But nevertheless, I'll be very happy to see the next owner enjoy driving these special cars on the road or on the racetrack, just as Porsche intended them to be used."
That's a little hypocritical because the 918 has 20 miles on it.
I mean, here's the thing. I think he probably intended to drive all these things, but like you do when you get just like a shit ton of
Yeah.
credits in like Forza or Gran Turismo, like you just start buying shit that you know you're never going to do anything with, and then you're just like, oh, I was unaware I had an Opel Manta, but here we are.
So the interesting thing would be that as delivered car,
Yeah.
does that get retail? Will it fetch for more, or
Oh,
will
it's
it, or
gonna-
will it have depreciated?
Oh, I think it's going to go for more,
I think so.
probably.
That's what he's doing.
But
Develop another app, buy a bunch more Porsches.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think he's all right. I think at that point it's just gilding the lily. I think he's fine. But anyway, you know what's not fine? The fact that you can't get a fix-it ticket in California for exhaust anymore.
Yeah, so here's the thing, guys.
Brutal.
Everybody was losing their shit about AB 1824 in the state of California.
Yep.
Basically, they were thinking that, brimstone and hellfire and all this stuff because you have, an aftermarket muffler on your car or something of that nature, right?
Yeah.
In typical,
in fashion of the internet.
Yeah, in typical over boisterous
Car enthusiast.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Outward proportion. Yes, exactly. So pretty much the only thing that has changed with AB 1824 here is you just can't get a fix-it ticket anymore.
Yeah, like
they're just going to give you an immediate fine now.
Yeah.
So if your car is deemed, a nuisance based on its sound emission, which the law is 95 decibels or higher, so the same that is in effect at the border of Laguna Seca, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
It's also the same for SCCA autocross as well, too.
I think in some locations that is the case, yes. Yeah. But anywho, really all it is instead of them giving you a fix-it ticket, because I'm sure they know everybody in California keeps their stock exhaust hung in the garage, you just get a fine now.
Yeah, no, it is it went from being a very easy thing to now it's it's a much more pain in the ass sort of thing, but it's not the end of the world like Facebook would lead you to believe.
So is it your $1,000 that you see plastered on the internet too, or varying? Maybe you're fined based on your decibel output.
I think it's a blanket.
It doesn't specify any type of change or reach, but I imagine this is probably just the same as like a tint ticket, where it's based on the frequency of your, infraction.
Yeah. And
so
if you're a regular, you're just getting slapped with it.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Oh man, here comes Eric again.
Yeah.
Got your punch card, Eric?
I like the video I saw on Facebook, which I did a little bit of research on, where it was like a car meet in
Oh
California.
yeah.
Yeah, and I did a little bit of research on it, and it's like they had pulled over 15 or 16 cars, and I found out that video was from 4 months ago.
Yeah, no, that's the great thing about the internet. You can put old stuff up there and say that it's
fresh.
happening. Yep.
Yeah, it's like,
It just happened.
It was a car meet that was not supposed to be there, and they kept telling them, "No, you guys can't be here. You guys are now legally trespassing."
Yeah.
And they pulled everyone over on their way out, saying "Yeah, you're getting a trespassing ticket," but they labeled it as "That's the new fine law. You're getting fined for your guys' exhaust."
Well, and here's the thing, guys: 95 decibels is actually pretty loud.
Yeah.
Even OSHA requires hearing protection for people who are subject to over 85 decibels for an 8-hour period.
Yeah.
Standing next to some machinery is pretty loud.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Realistically, Zack and I work around things that are 95 decibels and higher on a daily basis.
What?
I'm sorry?
I can't hear you. What are you saying?
Yeah. Well, and then a loud ass car, a Jag F-Type SVR, that thing at full chat, just kind of out in the open, 74.
Right. I bet. What's his deuce's F-Type with the nice pipes on it was maybe 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Subaru with my exhaust cut off at autocross was 94 dB.
Oh, and I'm sure that just sounded horrendous.
Oh, it was awful, but it was amazing.
Oh.
Yeah. So
You riser.
The
Zero
second
back
half
pressure.
of it is also emissions, though.
oh yeah, it's
Obviously, you can't.
Oh, yeah, and
you can't delete cats. It has to exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once you get
Behind the
Legally, yes,
and it's not one of those you get the ticket, you pay your fine, whatever. You have to go to a place and they have to inspect the car to make sure that it meets California law. So
Must revise.
yeah, it went from just being oh well whatever, I'll go throw my exhaust on and then go bug Officer Chuck.
Yeah, it's a big deal here if you end up getting caught without a cat on your car.
Yeah.
And then you can't even put your original equipment that you already had back on the vehicle. I've witnessed a couple of people with Subarus having to either go buy a brand new downpipe from the dealer because the state won't take old garbage. They think it's old garbage just off something else back on the car, and they're like, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
And then or get something custom. The same amount of cats that was on the car, custom, still spending money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. At least here in the state of Utah, they're looking for serial numbers on the catalytic converters themselves, and they're also looking for the original number of cats.
There you go.
So there are some cars that get hit particularly hard, like 96 to 98 Mustang GTs, which had 6 catalytic
What?
converters.
No way.
2 pre-cats, 2 main loaves, 2 post-cats.
Wow. That's
Mind you, this is the car that made 190 horsepower
ha.
out of a 4.6 V8.
Well, that explains it.
Yep.
Makes more sense why the dual spark was such a big thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man.
exactly. So, anywho, stop freaking out, guys. Nothing's changed. They just want your money.
Yep. So welcome
Or
to
That's
it.
more
typical California.
Yeah. Welcome to it.
There is nothing new here.
Nope.
There are like 30 other states that deal with this on a daily basis. You're not special.
Nope.
We're all lucky we don't live in Australia.
Exactly.
Damn right.
Cars.
Yeah.
That is a
Ugh.
crazy
That just-
other world.
That seems
Right.
extremely aggressive.
Not allowed
Now-
to do
No.
anything.
Speaking of extremely aggressive
Oh yes.
Oh, this thing looks so good.
and extremely special.
The 2020 Mustang GT500.
Oh, buddy.
Oh yes. It is in the sheet metal in Detroit.
It is a beautiful car.
Looks mean as fuck.
Oh yeah. So real quick, so the number the official numbers aren't out, but expect over 700 horsepower.
Right. This
from-
is out of the Voodoo, mind
Yep.
you.
out of the 5.2 liter. It's a 2.65 liter supercharger, helping you make that over 700 probably. Yes.
Question.
Yeah.
So does this car now fall into the muscle car category and
Oh,
leave
God.
the pony car?
I don't know.
Ooh.
We'll
Okay,
I
here's
heard
the
that
thing.
the other
we'll,
night.
we'll bring on Chance and Gavin to slap fight about that.
I'm going to say this classifies as muscle car. Honestly.
Yeah, this
It's all muscle.
Honestly. And this is going to kick the shit out of Hellcat. This is
Yeah.
going to kick the shit out of Z01. This is probably going to kick the shit out of a Demon in anything but a straight line.
it's gonna kick. No shit. It's gonna kick the shit out of a Hellcat because it's half the size of a Hellcat.
Fair. Very fair. So,
I'm not sure if you've ever experienced having to accelerate Delaware to escape velocity. But
right. So here's the thing. Now we're getting rid of a couple of the GT350's toys from the Voodoo, so you're not getting the flat plane crank anymore.
Aww.
But here's the thing: this is a strength deal at this point.
Yeah.
Because there's forced induction, and also because it's being driven from a belt, you're also not going to be able to rev it as high.
yeah, so
They're
it's
saying somewhere north of 7,000.
but
So it's probably going to be around 7,500. They're saying probably a little under.
yeah.
But
It
here's,
isn't half bad for a V8.
but here's the thing.
No, for that V8 with that thing
A
mounted atop it.
A V8 running anything over 6,000 is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's a great noise.
Yeah.
Nonetheless. The modular V8s have been hitting 6, 7, 7,500 for a while, and the Voodoo with the flat plane crank was 8,200.
What
An
tr-
amazing noise.
Yeah.
So the fact that they added a blower and a little bit more strength to the bottom end, you're giving up some top end, but here's the thing, it's all punch.
Mhm.
It's going to be everything mid-range.
Is this going to have Ford's new 10-speed in it?
Nope.
No,
It is
this is
getting-
a 7-speed dual clutch sourced from Tremec.
Oh.
And that is the only option.
Huh.
Yeah.
2 pedals.
Interesting.
Well-
Yeah. I, for one, think this is a pretty strong move, honestly. Here's the thing. The amount of power that this is putting out, you are going to run into reliability issues if you have a clutch and a manual gearbox.
Or crowds.
Yeah. Well, this doesn't address the crowd thing.
Fair.
But
That wing looks worse for crowds, by the
But
way.
I mean,
oh
here-
yeah, no, that wing is going to hurt somebody.
but here's the thing: is we've
God.
seen it in just about every other auto
Ankle
manufacturer,
biter.
right?
That is going to hurt.
I think you get a head in one of those air scoops.
Oh yeah,
Goodness.
that wing
Yeah.
is going to take out somebody's kidney. Just
But so here's the thing:
rip
like
spleen.
with the dual clutch 7-speed, really. Okay, I understand there are people that want to keep the handshaker. This is from a reliability and
Performance standpoint.
yes,
Like
thank you.
But highly competitive gearbox, absolutely.
yeah, like it'll shift faster than you can. It'll run cooler than a conventional automatic, so no 10-speed.
Yeah.
And yeah, like
So
sounded
you're
a lot
also
like-
you're not going to be losing a lot of power out
It's
of it
all the
because
cool
of the
race
dual
car
clutch.
stuff everyone dreams about.
Damn right.
Just
Right.
packed into a street car
Yeah.
package.
Exactly. This thing is going to be so much fun to drive.
Oh,
It sounded a lot like Porsche. We want to
I
make
can
your
hear
car
myself.
faster. We don't want we don't want to do what you want to do. We want to do what we want to do.
Well,
You want you to be faster.
And here's the thing: the people that want a handshaker in this this isn't the market
No.
that they're catering to. They're catering to a market of people who want a performance vehicle.
Yeah.
They get in and they drive. Now you got to think, very few, current gen race cars have a physical gear shift and a clutch that you have to manually actuate.
Mm-hmm.
You take the human element out of it, and you increase reliability, and you increase the competition. I mean, it's repeatable, is what it is.
Yeah.
Consistent.
So
Consistency. There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
Yep.
Thank you.
So
going on sale this fall. Nobody knows how much it's going to cost just yet.
probably more than you can afford.
More than you can afford.
Absolutely.
Pal. Mustang.
I mean, no, probably more than you can afford because a lot of them, like the first run, have already been pre-sold, and a lot of them are already being listed on the secondary market for at least $10,000 above sticker.
That sounds about right.
Yep, I'm just telling you what I know,
Yep.
what I feel down in my gut. Anyway,
Yeah.
well-
So good stuff there.
speaking of feel and guts and so on and so forth, the Ram Heavy Duty will finally make 1,000 pound-feet of torque without you having to fuck with it.
Well, here's the thing: is Ram doesn't like losing the torque war, especially because of that Cummins badge.
Yep.
And as soon as Ford was like, "Oh, well, we're just going to go ahead and put 900 pound-feet down,"
Oh.
Ram was like, "Excuse me, what?"
No, you're not.
And said, "The fuck you are." And now we have 4-digit torque numbers coming from a truck that has a warranty.
Oh, you made 900? We'll make 1,000.
How's the transmission in that thing?
I believe this one is going to have the ASIN 6-speed auto that has been in previous generations. Let me see. Let me
See,
run
that's a
through
good
here
looking
real
truck
quick.
right there.
It's a beautiful truck. Now, here's the kicker, and this is why I actually like the way they went with this. That is the Gen 4 cab with a facelift,
Oh, really?
which tells me that with relatively minor
Yes.
modifications,
Yeah.
that front end will fit on an older 3/4 or 1 ton or an older 1/2 ton.
Yep. Yes, it is a significantly upgraded.
Oh, it's a 68 RFE. Wow, so it is actually the Chrysler transmission.
All right.
That is surprising. The 8 HP 75 is going to be behind the Hemi,
Yep.
which, I mean, we don't really care about.
Yeah, we're not talking.
in the truck
We're not.
application.
We're not talking about the Hemi. No. if you get a Hemi Duty with a gas engine, what are you doing?
Yeah, what, the Power Wagon? Power Wagon's like the biggest waste of money ever.
Yeah, like I mean, it looks kind of cool, but it only looks kind of cool.
That's about it.
you know what's nuts, too, is... Here's the thing. This Cummins comes with 2 220-amp alternators. I didn't know this. Actually,
Damn.
I didn't realize that it came twin
Well,
alternator right out the gate.
Well, the Hemi is twin alternator too. It gets a 220 and a 160.
This is pretty intense. So they're really building a workhorse truck here.
Yes, they are.
Which, speaking of, there are 6 trims available on this one. So you got the Tradesman, which I believe is the one that has the boxes that are built into the bedside.
Okay.
Then you have the Bighorn / Lone Star. It really depends on where you buy it. The Lone Star Edition is a Bighorn from Texas. You get the Power Wagon, which has always been a staple in the 3/4 ton version. You get the Laramie Longhorn, and a Limited.
They're just
They
all right.
are a hell of a truck. The Limited, I mean, is like Ford's FX4 Plus, like right just a cusp below their Platinum. It is one hell of a truck. No, I really like this HD facelift. I really do like this. I can't wait to see some more of the utilitarian base models driving around.
Yeah.
I kind of have a thing for those, and I really can't wait to see a 4500 or a 5500.
So we could say this is like the Bugatti of trucks because it makes 4 digits.
I mean, you can go ahead and
yeah,
go ahead and mute yourself for a minute, Zach. You knew exactly what was coming when you said that.
I thought it was so smart.
So even though this is a 4th gen truck with a facelift, you are still getting a lot of the modern upgrades and amenities and cool stuff that the 1/2 ton truck got.
Yeah.
So you are getting the new taillights with the amber markers. You are getting a lot of the nicer interior options and stuff like that. So this is going to be a hell of a truck.
Yeah.
I'm going to be keeping an eye on those.
Yep.
So
Wow.
Moving on to something a bit more our speed.
goodness,
I
yeah,
have not
this
seen this
thing.
yet.
The RCF Track Edition.
Good God.
Look at that. It's all aggressive and a panda color.
That is a pissed-looking car.
It is very aggressive.
Toyota, this is what you should have debuted the Supra as. Okay, the RCF Track Edition
I was holding back from saying it.
should have just been labeled the Supra.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell you brought out.
Well,
I mean, here's the thing. Take the Z4 back to BMW and trade it in on an RCF.
BMW just gave us a hell of a deal on all these chassis.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that in a minute. Let's talk about this thing.
I'm looking at
I just saw a GTLM RCF.
Oh, yeah?
And real cool, lit up at nighttime.
Oh, yeah.
Going fast, taking turns. So that car is really cool.
I'm looking at how you would I've wrapped cars a couple times. How you'd wrap that car? There's so
It's
many.
perfect. It's perfect the way it is. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
There are so many
body
hard edges.
Don't
on
even
that
don't even
car.
look at it.
It's concave and convex.
That is beautiful, though.
Oh,
I love their
That is a
grills.
Beautiful car.
Yeah.
So you're getting carbon ceramic brakes. You're getting a carbon hood. You're getting a carbon roof. You're getting a carbon rear seat partition.
You're getting 472 horsepower, 395 pound-feet of torque out of that 5-liter V8.
Good God. And those motors sound amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That is a hell of an exhaust note. Even factory. I mean, I've heard a couple of them, the current RCFs without mufflers, without rear boxes, and they sound pissed.
Oh, dude, and
This
it's
thing's going to be even better, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. It's 176 pounds lighter.
You're also going 0 to 60 in just shy of 4 seconds.
Like, this is... Yeah, no, this is pretty intense.
It's a pissed off car.
Oh, well, you can get a regular RCF for $64,750.
Oh, is that
apparently.
all? Thanks, Autoblog.
Thanks. I don't know why, but anyway. Well,
And in more disappointing news,
well,
on a tangent,
Wah, wah.
the Supra we should have got and the Supra we do get.
well, so the new Supra has finally been revealed, and it is a lot like, like all the leaked photos.
Wait, this is the same car as the leaked photos? What?
Yeah, no,
Yep.
it is the worst kept secret. So
Well, I was going to make this joke earlier, but I like how they can keep the Frontier, the new Ford, completely secret. And then we knew about this car, a year and a half ago? We saw the first photo a year and a half ago?
yeah, no, like we've kind of known what this thing was going to look like for so very long.
Yeah.
Well, and then you compare it to its original concept drawings, or what they said pre-production was going to look like.
Yeah.
And it's like the poster of a perfect Big Mac, and you're like, "Oh my god, I want the Big Mac!" Right? And then you open the Big Mac box after you order it,
down.
and it's like this fucking mess with sesame seeds sprinkled on top of it. That's
Cheese
what we
is
got.
halfway off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Yep.
Now here's the thing: I can just see in that engine bay, at least half of the shit underneath that Toyota cover probably says BMW on it.
That's because pretty much everything under that engine cover is BMW.
Exactly.
That is a BMW B58 inline 6, 3-liter twin-liter 3-liter turbocharged, good for 335 horsepower, 365 pound-feet of torque.
Is that what's coming in the M4?
It's in the M2.
The M2, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this drivetrain package is in the M2, which is
You're getting basically M2 power, or drivetrain rather, in a Z4.
It even comes with iDrive.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Does it really?
Yeah.
See, this is where I expect you guys to surprise me
T-drive?
and know where this collaboration came from.
I mean, it came from Toyota knows that they're not going to make a lot of money on a sports car, so they knew BMW was making a new one, so they said, "Hey,
Nah, dude.
Hello?
I feel like that's probably
the 86
exactly
has
what
been
it was.
around.
I mean,
Yeah,
doing
and
it?
it took Subaru to do it.
yeah,
right.
they had to find a dance partner for that one. They had to,
Woof.
oh man, I had to call up somebody from AA ball for that one. Good lord, not even AAA. Just hey, help us out.
I actually kind of like how the new Supra looks. I know some people would argue with me on that, but it's
Okay.
not a bad looking car.
Here's the deal. If you didn't hype it so hard
Yeah,
as
it's-
the new Supra, and you didn't have all these preconceived notions and ideas and concept photos and pre-production
Yeah.
photos and all that, if you just said,
And a traveling
hey,
concept car.
here's
Yeah.
a new Toyota, I mean, don't even call it the Supra, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah, no, it's
yeah, that's a cool car. Honestly, the design of the car is great. The exterior of the car, awesome. The interior of the car, pretty good. I mean, you definitely see there's a lot of BMW in there, But I mean,
Interior straight BMW.
right. But I mean,
But,
ignoring that, I mean, so obviously it's going to be a good place to be,
Yeah, like
right? It's going to be a comfortable place to be. It's going to be a decent driving experience.
BMWs are my favorite cars to drive around every day.
I mean,
Yeah, like it's.
I don't think from a pure performance standpoint that they did it right.
I mean,
But I also don't think that the Supra was ever supposed to be a pure performance car. It started as a Grand Tourer.
Yeah.
And if you people are also losing their minds because it doesn't have like some ungodly amount of horsepower, but
Right,
but
exactly.
also
But
the Mark IV never did.
Right, it
No,
was rated
yeah.
at 276. Granted, yes, it made 320.
yeah, no, it's like
But still, I mean, the horsepower in this, I mean, 335 horsepower, 365 pound-feet, that's plenty
Yeah.
in a car that's as light as this is.
yeah,
It's still inline six twin turbo.
yeah, and like every.
I actually think it's a single turbo.
It's just a single.
Single turbo.
Yeah,
I think it's a single. But
single
still,
twin scroll.
twin
turbo.
scroll, yeah.
forced induction regardless, and inline six.
Yeah.
A lot of people a couple of years ago were saying the inline six is dead. And then,
Yeah.
people are bringing it back. Mercedes, BMW,
I mean,
Chrysler.
There were rumors that this thing was going to have a V6.
Right, it was V6, and then there were talks of a Turbo 4,
Yeah,
which
I
I
remember that.
believe lesser option models are going to be getting outside of North America.
No, North America is going to get a Turbo 4.
Are they getting a Turbo
They're going to
4?
get a
Okay.
250, probably going to get a 255 horsepower.
It's a boxer. It's a boxer.
Yeah, there we go.
FA20.
All the cars.
I thought this thing was going to kill the GTR, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Nope. But I mean, if you ask the guy,
GTR killed the Supra, here in the States, and then now
it killed it.
it's not. Yeah,
The
it's
GTR
not
killed the
coming back.
Supra in many, many other places as well.
Well, I think that's where a lot of people come from.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I don't
expecting what this car to do.
I don't
You
even
know, be-
think that that's a fair comparison, because even back in 2002, comparing the Supra to an R34 GTR is hilarious at best. They're two completely different cars. I mean, one was built to be a Grand Tourer, the other one was just a sports version of a standard two-door, four-seater car. You know, that had some type of carried over racing heritage.
It's some sort of
slapped across
techno
it.
wizardry,
Right,
jammed
exactly.
up its backside.
So I mean, it's great. They played with all-wheel drive and they made it work, and that's awesome. I mean, look at the R35, look at the R36. I mean, they're
Yeah.
fantastic vehicles,
Well-
but I think they're in a completely different class.
Well, we have yet to see the R36. We're still dealing with the 35.
Yeah, that's true. It is a facelift 35. You're right. I'm
much-
sorry. I shouldn't refer to it as a 36.
Much like the Frontier and the 370Z, it's getting long in the tooth. It has not changed a whole hell of a lot.
I'm waiting for Nissan to pull out something real good.
There we go.
It's in the work. It's almost finished.
It's
Yeah,
almost
there we
finished.
go.
Almost
finished.
finished.
Yes.
Right.
I kind of like if you scroll down a little bit,
Yep.
in the headlight, like the prison tattoo, like teardrop thing that's going on.
It's seen some shit.
Yeah, so that's a little
All
weird.
right.
Like,
No.
like that one seems a little weird to me.
Yeah. This is one of those, like, if it was called anything but a Supra, I don't think, the
I feel
internet
like
would
the
be-
car would get a lot more love.
Yeah.
It's got big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
And,
like-
and honestly, nameplate aside, supposed heritage aside, this looks like a really good car.
Yeah, no, and like it's like, hey, you can basically buy the new Z4, the Turbo 6 Z4, not the four-cylinder car,
Right.
for the price of the four-cylinder car.
Right. I mean, you're getting for the price of the base model Z4, you're buying a fully loaded launch edition Supra.
Yeah, like it is just one of those, like, if you just take away the Supra nameplate, everybody's going to lose their mind.
So, I mean, looking at the car, and keeping in mind what it was meant to originally compete with, which is the Cayman.
Yeah, I mean,
You can buy a base Cayman for about the same scratch as you can a launch edition fully loaded Supra. And they are supposed to be doing the exact same things. Now, given the choice of the two, I would still take the Porsche because I feel like the fit and finish is better. I feel like...
It's a German car after all.
right. Well, I mean, this is a German
Yeah,
car.
I
guess
was
you're
going to
right.
say, are they both German cars?
This is a German car with
both on that.
sriracha sprayed across it, as far as I'm concerned. But
this is the Axis Powers.
yeah,
at their peak.
exactly. But here's the thing: is I feel like the Cayman is a better engineered car, and you're not dealing with the hype. You're just dealing with a car that was designed to do what it's advertised to do. I
Yeah.
feel like the Supra is going to fall short of its hype, and it's going to fall short of what it was designed to do.
Yeah, like
So the same money, I feel like the performance per dollar, it's going to be great compared to the Z4, which it's based on, but I think it's not going to be as good of a bargain as a Cayman.
Yeah, I think this is going to be, I mean, every review that I've seen where people have driven it, they've loved it, but the only car that they drove that, the Supra back-to-back with was, a 200 horsepower GT86.
No
So,
way.
it's one of those, yeah, okay, cool, it's
I
clearly...
feel like that was probably done on purpose.
Yeah, so I'm just going to wait until, Car and Driver or, Motor Trend or whoever gets their hands on a Supra and, an appropriately spec'd Cayman and then just let it fly. So,
Right. So,
yep.
Anywho, yeah. So, I mean, you're looking at 56.1, I think is what, or something like that
Something
for
like
a launch edition.
Yeah, the car starts at 51.
Right. And so honestly, it's not a bad deal, all things considered.
Yeah. No, so it's, the launch edition is, 56,180. So, and it comes in this sweet, sweet gray color that we were looking at before I closed the article.
Right.
How dare you?
How dare I? Yes, how dare I? Trying to move this damn thing along. Anyway, it looks sweet in the launch edition gray. But, so there we go. We talked about it.
There it is.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and crack into some racing, which is brought to us in part by this lovely chicken and spaghetti you've made us.
Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it.
Very delicious.
That didn't cost hardly anything, supposedly.
Nope, don't worry. There's going to be a video series about how to impress your friends for less than X amount of dollars.
And this one is far below the $20 mark.
Yep.
You can keep your Jacksons in the pocket for this one.
This
is great.
I'm impressed for what it's worth.
Successful eating in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And it is also brought to us in part by Steady Broke Clothing.
Yep.
SteadyBroke.com.
At steady.broke on all social media.
There it is. Sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
It's all right. No.
Just because you're broke doesn't mean you can't live your dreams. Steady Broke Clothing. Be sure to check out what they've got in their store. And in the coupon code box, type in CAMAuto15. That gets you 15% off the entire order. So,
SteadyBroke.com. All righty. Well, so, McLaren, much like a lot of other Formula One teams, is currently in flux because they had a terrible season. I think Stoffel Van Dorn finished, he qualified last in damn near every race, which is an impressive outing, if you really want to think about that. It takes a lot of talent from a lot of people to be that terrible at that high level of motorsport, But, so what they have done is they have appointed former Porsche WEC boss Andreas Seidel as the managing director of its F1 team.
oh,
Yep. So, Porsche's done all right. They've won, a WEC title here and there. They've done some good things out there on the big stage. So, yeah, they're hoping Seidel will hopefully provide, some sort of vision and direction, a thing that McLaren has sorely lacked these many years. Which was just... My favorite thing about last year was the fact that Toro Rosso outscored McLaren with the Honda power units. That was just dunking on them real good.
ouch.
Yup. Let's see. They're getting a new technical director in James Key. So, again, hopefully...
Let's see if this is a combo breaker
Hopefully
here.
this is the year.
We hope.
I'm calling it, ladies and gentlemen, this year.
You can call it, but I still
Second
think you're
rung
wrong.
up from the bottom.
Do you think it's going to go that far?
Williams is still kicking around.
Ooh. Okay.
Yep.
All right,
Damn.
that's fair. To touch on tangent of what we were just talking about moments ago,
Yes.
Super GT is going to see the Supra back
Yep.
for 2020.
Yep.
Nobody's surprised.
Nope.
That's going to be replacing the which one?
the
is it?
LC 500.
That's it.
Yes, which I thought was a fun thing. But it's also going to be.
Well, they're basically the same car.
All these cars are basically the same damn thing.
Well, it's funny because if you think about the Lexus competitor for the Mark IV, it was basically a two-door. Yeah.
The SC300 was just a.
It was the same.
It was
fucking
just
thing.
it was a better looking non-turbo Supra.
Yeah.
There, I said it. Fight me. Anyway,
But imagine the V8 from that in the Supra. Just saying.
Anyway,
Okay, I'll stop talking.
It's
It's all
totally
right.
just going to be
it's
an LC500 with a Supra body.
yeah. It's
stuffed
I
over
mean
the
it's
top of it.
it's going to be the GT500 chassis with the different bodywork on it. You know, like it's enough of the road car that you can still kind of, but you know,
This
whatever.
is like saying the
basically
Camry
NASCAR.
was in NASCAR.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically NASCAR.
I mean,
Right.
This is really closer, more or less, to like V8 supercars than it is to like NASCAR, where there's still some semblance of road car in there, but you know, not quite. But anyway, it'll also conform to the new Class 1 rule set, so you might see it in DTM because you know, both of these series need some help surviving.
That is true.
Yep. Anyway, so I learned something.
What did
yes-
you learn?
Well, one, I learned that the weekend after Daytona is the Bathurst 12-hour.
Okay.
So,
That's great.
I completely forgot about that. I thought it was more in the middle of February, not right then and there. So, but I also learned beefy conservative Canadian Paul Tracy.
Uh-huh.
He is going to be driving in the Bathurst 12-hour.
Oh, really?
Yes. He is going to be in a Mark Cars prepared Mustang. They'll be making 615 horsepower.
Very nice.
He'll be in the car with the 2014 winner, Paul Morris, and the owner of the team, Keith Kasuki. So, there we go. Lee Diffie kind of helped make this deal happen, and Paul thanked him for it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but Paul hasn't really driven competitively, you know, like... I mean, he's done things here and there, but he stopped racing professionally in 2011, so it's been a minute. And he's always been a big boy, so he's been working on trying to keep himself, you know, as svelte as a linebacker can be. But, yeah, no. Look for this big, beefy, beautiful son of a bitch.
I mean, honestly, if he keeps his mouth closed, I would think he was an Australian.
I mean, yeah, no.
He looks like a guy that should be at Bathurst just on a regular day.
Just getting hammered in somebody's front yard.
Absolutely.
Yep.
How many points
Wrestling in GTA kangaroos. is that?
It's like a fucking half an extreme stunt bonus.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
Jesus.
Don't worry. He'll go ahead and say something that we'll be talking about ahead of the race. Oh, it won't
Something
be
painfully American.
Oh God, painfully. God, please, Uncle, stop talking. We were having a nice dinner. So
This is why nobody can take our family seriously.
this is why we don't get to go anywhere nice.
I thought that was because of me, but okay.
It is.
Okay.
Anyway, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it.
It's a bit long,
Yeah,
but that's okay. We
whatever.
shoved a bunch of content in it.
We talked about the things you wanted us to talk about, I'm assuming.
Specifically the Supra. We know you guys were just waiting for us to pick it apart.
Yeah,
And we kind of did, but we really didn't.
we kind of had a measured approach to it.
It's a car. Go drive it.
Yeah, we had a measured
Fact.
approach. We had a measured approach to it, you know, like adults.
Exactly.
That's
I'm 4 beers deep, and I still adulted right on through that Supra thing. I bet y'all were thinking a professor was going to get wild.
yeah. No, don't worry. We'll address the.
We didn't even
internet's-
talk about the 4-cylinder option I heard about today.
Well, don't worry. We'll get into people's garbage takes in the next episode. All right.
Which, by the way, if you would like to write us what you think about the new Supra, hit us up at mailbag@camautomag.com.
Dude, you're getting good at that.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
you can say it properly.
Mailbag@camautomag.com.
Attaboy.
Wacky, waving, inflatable, flailing arm tube man. I said it wrong just for you, Trent.
Anyway, so on Thursday we'll have episode 158 with your garbage Supra takes and stories from Mason and Casey about things and stuff.
Oh, I got a story as well.
Oh yes, that too. I'll also have a story about dumb people doing dumb things.
I'm pretty sure that's what Zack's story is about.
God.
It's me doing dumb things. So yeah.
So dumb people doing dumb things.
Yeah.
There we go. Anyway, again, we are at CamAutomag on all the social medias. Go ahead, add us. I don't care.
Do it.
I'm the one who sees it. I ignore you.
Do it. Do it now or I hate you.
That's how it works. Yeah, we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, all the fun places.
Everywhere.
Yep.
One day, eventually, if you guys keep, hooking us up on Patreon, we might even start, I don't know, posting these on YouTube. It's a possibility we could
might
even
start-
get you a live stream.
we might
if you're
start-
Patreon.
Yeah, we might start doing stuff live.
Oh, please
Who
no.
knows?
Oh, please no. I don't want to run that.
No, we'll talk.
You're going to wear a mask.
We'll talk about that.
What?
Wow, that
Fuck you.
that took a turn.
Fuck you, Dave.
Jesus. Oh well. in this bastion of warmth and friendship.
But if they would have, but if you get funding on Patreon, you would have just seen Zach throw the microphone at Dave. But
Yeah, that would have been,
see,
Oh,
It's
great
true.
content.
It's true.
that's what
You
people
you
love.
got-
incentive.
You all
There's
are
drama.
proving me right.
Man.
Proving me right.
Throw the hockey gloves off.
Yep.
Gloves are off.
It is
Pull
go
the,
time.
pull the sweater over the head. Just work the kidneys.
Soon enough, your back's going to hurt because you're in my world now, Grandma.
I don't want to even touch that.
You just pulled landscaping duty.
My fingers hurt.
I have a picture.
Oh God. Well, let's land this sucker before we get too far. For episode 158 of the CAMcast, or 157 of the CAMcast.
Yeah, it was
Excuse me.
157.
We're about to get into 158. I have been Mike.
I've been Professor Dave.
I've been Zach.
Casey.
Mason.
Yeah. And
There
the
we go.
doggos.
Yes.
Look at Rusty over there. There. He's just perched all happy on the couch.
That's
Like,
my
he's like,
dude.
That's my couch now.